Hey, Colette, how you doing? All right, let's go and take a look. So we've got your business card. This is an interesting setup. I think it's very interesting. The one thing I would recommend is adding, let me see, you've got address, telephone, URL, email, fax number. People still use fax machines, believe it or not. Yeah, put a fax number in there. Um, yeah, this is interesting. Now, the one thing now, as interesting as this is, I would say, and then over here, then all of a sudden over here, we jump from this version with a gray background to this version with a white background. By the way, that text is off-centered, so you're breaking your guidelines. Remember, in your guidelines, that text was centered under, I believe the text was centered under the logo mark. So you definitely want to watch that. That one there doesn't look like it's centered either, but this one is definitely centered. So yeah, definitely want to keep that consistent. Okay, so my idea is that we'll increase the consistency by doing this. Let's take this and just use your white logo here. Here, use white logo here, just a white background. It'll maintain consistency with this and with this as well. So I recommend you do that. Okay, so as far as the letterhead goes, this is a problem right here, this placement, for two reasons. Number one, the stamp needs to go there. There are parts of envelopes that we, as designers, can't use. Typically, those areas are this area for the stamp, this area right here for some stamping, sometimes up here as well, and then right here, because that's used for the address, right? So we really want to stay away from those areas with design. For that reason, I recommend placing the logo on this side and watch your design elements here so that they don't impede on an area where that might need to have the address. Do you see what I'm saying? Um, Back of this is a great spot right here to be a little playful and just use the bowl, just the bowl right there. I think that's going to make them really kind of playful when the viewer, the recipient, turns it over and sees that bowl there and realizes that's part of the logo. It's going to be one of those moments where, like, oh wow, that's really cute and clever, right? So that might be a neat thing to do here. And then also over here, um, what I would recommend here is I would reconsider this portion right here. You're kind of cutting off the letterhead right here, so, and forcing you to move this text over here, which creates an imbalance, and it just creates a whole kind of a general imbalance to the page itself. In the envelope, since we're moving the logo to the upper left, let's maintain that placement. Take this logo and place it on the upper left too. Okay, you can move this or place it on the other side or whatever you want to do. But and then you can take your contact information, okay, and again, URL, um, address, telephone, all of the pertinent contact information, not just the URL and the telephone number, but don't forget your address and things like that. You can just span the bottom of the letterhead, and then you can place the design elements somewhere where they won't interfere with the design itself. Okay, so those are my recommendations. If they make sense, go ahead, think about employing them. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be glad to clarify. But then now, don't forget to moving forward. We're going into the next stage, which is designing the other two pieces, the other two branding, stationery packages. There'll be three altogether: one with your logo, one with your word mark, and one with your monogram. So that's your final submission for milestone 6. All right, questions, comments at all? You know I'm right here. And by the way, I want to take just a quick second to ask you to take the course survey. I'm in course announcements over here, right? And then this is the first, the Welcome to Week 6 announcement that was published yesterday. And then this one right below it is please take the course survey. A little description of why it's so important. And it is important. It's really important. And then here's the instructions on how to do so. It only takes a couple of seconds. And it's, as I said, it's so important. Whoops. It's so important, Colette. It lets administration know your satisfaction level of the class as well as the instruction received, and that's very, very important as you can imagine. So I would really appreciate it if you were just to take a few minutes and complete that course survey. All right. So any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be right here. Thank you.